A very good morning and thanks for tuning in to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. Let us start the Breakfast News with the top stories. Private members' legislative business in Parliament today. 22 private members' bills in Rajya Sabha, 67 in Lok Sabha. Indian Medical Council Amendment Bill 2018 to be introduced in the lower house. Vice President appeals to parties to develop code of conduct to ensure decorum in Parliament, underscores need to reinforce people's trust in the institution, advises media to be objective and not sensationalize. Kamalnath to meet Madhya Pradesh Governor today after being named Congress choice for Chief Minister. No decision yet on Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. New RBI Governor to hold a first Central Board meeting today. Liquidity challenges, the role of board in decision-making, MSME sector among key agendas. And India and Australia play second test at Perth today. India 1-0 ahead in 4-match series after winning the first test at Adelaide. First up, news on winter session of Parliament. Today's private members' legislative business in both houses of Parliament. 22 private members' bills are slated to be taken up in the Rajya Sabha today. Now, some of these include the Protection of Farmers Families Bill 2018, the Women Equal Participation in International Peace Negotiation Treaties and Agreements Bill 2018, and the Food Waste Reduction Bill 2018, among others. In the government's legislative agenda are bills related to education reforms. These include the National Council for Teacher Education Amendment Bill 2018 and the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Amendment Bill 2018. And in the Lok Sabha too, there is private members' legislative business slated. 67 private members' bills are slated to be taken up in the lower house today. Now, these include the Destitute Women and Widows Welfare Bill 2018, Water Accessibility and Conservation Bill 2018, and National Agricultural Policy Commission Bill 2018, among others. In the government's legislative agenda for the day are the Indian Medical Council Amendment Bill 2018, the Central Universities Amendment Bill 2018, the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Bill 2016. The Airports Economic Regulatory Authority of India Amendment Bill 2018, the Consumer Protection Bill 2018, and the New Delhi International Arbitration Centre Bill 2018. And in the Lok Sabha, there will be a discussion under Rule 193. Bharat Mahatab and P. Venugopal will raise a discussion on natural calamities in various parts of the country, particularly in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Odisha, with special reference to cyclones like Gaja, Titli, etc. As the nation marked 17 years of the 2001 Parliament attack on Thursday, Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu adjourned the upper house as disruptions continued despite his repeated appeals. He expressed concern over members causing disruptions on a day that marks the 17th anniversary of the dastardly terror attack in which 9 people, including security personnel and Parliament staff, were killed. He said that the members should cooperate in running the House smoothly as a mark of respect for the martyrs and not create uproar.
Today only, just now, we all have paid tributes to the 9 people who have given their life to protect us, to protect the Parliament. And we don't allow the Parliament to function. This is not fair. I appeal to all of you. I have allowed 2 o'clock call attention. If you don't want, I will adjourn the House for the day. I don't want these scenes to be seen on this day at least. On this day, I don't want these scenes to be good. I would like to I would like to urge upon the members, at least please allow the House today. Wrong message will go. 9 people have given their life to protect us. I am going to adjourn the House. The House is adjourned to meet at the 14th, tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
Our colleague Kriti Mishra is now joining us live from Parliament. A very good morning, Kriti. After the disruptions and subsequent adjournments yesterday, Kriti, today is the private members' legislative business in Parliament today, and we understand that 22 private member bills in Rajya Sabha and 67 in Lok Sabha to be taken up. Besides that, there are key legislative agendas in both houses today. Tell us what to expect in Parliament today.
Well, Aishwarya, yesterday, Vice President of India and Chairman of Rajya Sabha, M. Venkaiah Naidu, enunciated that there should be a code of conduct for the members of the House so that the trust of the people in the institutions remains intact. And he also said that the government and the opposition should treat each other as rivals and not as enemies and maintain the sanctity of Parliament. Now, yesterday also, you saw that there were disruptions. In fact, Chairman also expressed a grave concern over disruptions on the day when 9 martyrs laid their lives to protect the temple of democracy during the 2001 Parliament attack. Now, as you know, today is the day for transaction of private members' business. And fortuitously, there's a bill which is on Parliament enhancement of productivity, which is expected to be moved by MP Naresh Gujral, that seeks to evolve a legal framework for enhancing the productivity of Parliament. There are other important private members' bills like the MSME bill, the Companies Amendment bill, and also there is government agenda on the list of business today, which is the NCTE Amendment bill, the right of children to free and compulsory education, and there's also the Representation of People Amendment bill. So certainly a very important day in the Rajya Sabha as well as in the Lok Sabha. You've mentioned that there is a discussion under Rule 193 on natural calamities. Yes. So important day in both houses of Parliament, and let's hope that the semblance of peace prevails in Parliament today. Over to you, Aishwarya.
And among the key bills that are slated to be introduced, Kriti, one of them is, of course, going to be the Indian Medical Council Amendment Bill 2018, which is going to be introduced in the lower house. Tell us more about that bill. All right. Well, we seem to have lost contact with our reporter there. So it is a very significant day in Parliament today. It is the day of the private members' bills, and there is other government agenda that is also due to be taken up. We'll keep getting you all the updates from Parliament there. And Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu on Thursday presented the Lokmat Parliamentary Awards to distinguished members of Parliament. Senior BJP leader and former Union Minister Murli Manohar Joshi and NCP Chief and former Union Minister Sharad Pawar were awarded with a Lifetime Achievement Award. Leader of Opposition in the Rajya Sabha, Ghulam Nabi Azad, and BJP MP in Lok Sabha, Nishikant Dubey, were given Best Parliamentarian Awards. Kanimori, Chaya Verma and Rama Devi were also felicitated, and Hema Malini could not come to receive her award due to some compelling reasons. And praising the parliamentarians, Vice President Naidu said that they have ushered in a refreshing new work culture through their commitment and dedication and have been an inspiration to their counterparts. The Vice President also used the opportunity to ask political parties to develop a code of conduct for their members to ensure that people's trust in the institution is not affected. He suggested that the government and the opposition must see each other as rivals and must maintain decorum of Parliament. He also appealed to the media to play an objective role and not sensationalize.
13th December, 9 security personnel, including one media person, have laid down their life to protect the temple of democracy in Parliament. And we could not even run the House today after paying tributes. So this is a time for every one of us. I am not criticizing this party or that party or opposition or ruling party and all. We have seen roles have changed, but people in different times have behaved in a different manner. And then now when I talk to the people directly, informally they tell, sir, उन लोगों ने किया सर, जो भी सत्ता में है, उन लोग जब विपक्ष में थे उन्होंने किया. जब मैं उनसे पूछता वो कहते हैं सर, जब ये लोग सत्ता में था उन्होंने भी ऐसा किया. और एक दूसरे के ऊपर आरोप करते करते कितना साल हम ऐसे बताएंगे? It is time now. We are a mature democracy. As I told you, the entire world is looking towards India, and India has become now aspirational with younger generation. So I appeal to all political parties, please see to it that the parliament functions effectively.
कि सारी दुनिया में भारत एकमात्र ऐसा जनतंत्र है जो कायम रहेगा, क्योंकि ये एकमात्र ऐसा देश है जहां संसदीय जनतंत्र है, जहां खुली प्रेस है, जहां स्पष्ट और निर्भीक न्यायपालिका है और इस देश में पंथ निरपेक्षता है, सेकुलरिज्म है। ये चारों तत्व दुनिया के किसी देश में नहीं मिलेंगे। ये इस देश की ही विशेषता है और इसके कारण हमारा जनतंत्र और लोकतंत्र ये चिरंजीवी रहेगा और लोकमत और जनतंत्र ये दोनों बराबर एक दो पहिया की तरह से हैं। एक तरफ लोकमत चलता रहे, दूसरी तरफ से जनतंत्र चलता रहे और देश में विकास की गाड़ी सबको साथ लेकर आगे चलती रहे।
पॉलिटिशियन का काम है, जोर से बोलेगा तो उतने वापस गालियां खाएगा, मध्यम तरीके से बोलेगा तो अपनी बात नहीं कम पाएगा, वो बेस्ट ऑरेटर हो नहीं सकता, फिर दूसरा निकाल देगा उसको। तो नेविगेशन उसको करना इतना मुश्किल है, पार्टी के अंदर, पार्टी के बाहर, सदन के अंदर, और अपना पॉइंट रखना और उसको सरकार से मनवाना या सरकार में होकर विपक्ष से मनवाना बहुत मुश्किल काम है। इसलिए ये कोई आसान काम नहीं है।
ये विधानमंडल में जाएंगे, उनका एक फर्ज है कि लोगों की समस्या पर बातचीत करने का एक बहुत बड़ा मौका आपको मिला है, इसका पूरेपूर फायदा लेने की आवश्यकता है। मगर ये फायदा लेते समय सदन का गरिमा रखना, ये भी जिम्मेदारी कभी नज़रअंदाज नहीं करनी चाहिए। मुझे एक बात की खुशी होती है, मैं 52 साल में विधान सदन में बैठा, मगर एक दिन भी मैं कभी वेल में गया नहीं हूँ या सदन का काम रोकने का काम या इसमें हिस्सा मैंने कभी लिया नहीं।
And Rajya Sabha TV spoke to Chaya Verma, who was awarded the Best Debut Woman Parliamentarian Award. Let's take a listen.
लोकमत ने अपने जो उनकी जूरी है उसने पाया कि आप जो है सर्वश्रेष्ठ महिला सांसद जो है राज्यसभा में, तो आप क्या कहना चाहेंगी जो इस मामले में?
सबसे पहले तो मैं उन संस्था के लिए कहना चाहूँगी कि कौन कहता है इत्र में ही खुशबू होती है। कुछ संस्थाएं ऐसी होती है जिनके आने से पूरा माहौल महका करता है। ऐसी संस्था जो काम करने वालों को, जो ईमानदारी से मेहनत करने वालों को इनकरेज करती है, प्रोत्साहन देती है, उन संस्था को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगी।
आपने किस तरह से अब तक महसूस किया है कि अपर हाउस में अपने, क्योंकि सभापति जी भी बार बार ये कहते हैं कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा काम होना चाहिए, क्या आपका क्या कहना है?
निश्चित रूप से ये पूरे भारतवर्ष का सर्वोच्च सदन है और पूरे भारत के लोगों के निगाह रहती है इस सदन पे, क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है। और ये ऐसी जगह है जहाँ पर सही मायने में हम देश भर में लोगों को सही उनका हक दिला सकते हैं, उनका आवाज़ बुलंद कर सकते हैं, लोगों को न्याय दिला सकते हैं। तो ऐसे संस्था में आने का मुझे गर्व है और मैं चाहती हूँ कि यहाँ आके लोग पूरे समय का, जितना भी समय मिलता है सदन में बैठने का, उसका पूरी तरह से सदुपयोग और अच्छे काम के लिए और अच्छे नियम और अच्छे नीति निर्धारण के लिए उपयोग करना चाहिए।
Those were all the news related to Parliament, and right now we'll take a very short break. Up next, more news and updates coming up. Stay tuned.
Rajya Sabha TV's YouTube channel has just crossed a new exciting milestone. It now has over 1 million subscribers. That's more than 10 lakh people who like and want to watch RSTV. Over 15 crore people have watched our videos. Our online viewers are also engaging with us more actively on YouTube. More and more people like, share and comment on our videos. We thank you, our growing tribe of RSTV viewers. We will strive every day to bring you more exciting and engaging content. So stay tuned to Rajya Sabha TV.
Welcome back after the break. The Congress has named its senior leader Kamal Nath as the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. The decision was arrived after hectic parleys held by party chief Rahul Gandhi with the senior leaders in Delhi. However, there were reports that there was a tussle between the old and the new guard, with the Jyotiraditya Scindia also among the top contenders. The announcement of the new Chief Minister was made in Bhopal. Kamal Nath said that the Congress will fulfill all promises that it made for the state. He will meet Madhya Pradesh Governor Anandiben Patel at 10:30 a.m. today to take forward the government formation and discuss the details of a swearing-in ceremony.
मैं मध्य प्रदेश के हर मतदाता को ये आश्वासन देना चाहता हूँ कि जो हमारा वचन पत्र था हम इसको पूरा करेंगे। मैं हर कांग्रेस परिवार के सदस्यों को भी जिन्होंने हमारी बात हर घर में, हर गांव में, हर झोपड़ी तक पहुँचाए।
While the Congress Chief Minister name for Madhya Pradesh is out, there is still hectic parleys going on for the post in Rajasthan as well as Chhattisgarh. The top contenders in Rajasthan are Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot. The two leaders held a second round of meeting with Rahul Gandhi at his Delhi residence yesterday night. And the decision on Chhattisgarh is also pending, with Rahul Gandhi holding discussions with the party leaders in the state. The decision, however, has been postponed to today for holding wider discussions with the contenders. Rahul Gandhi will meet T.S. Singhdeo and Bhupesh Baghel, who are among the top contenders for the Chhattisgarh chief ministerial post today.
इसमें जो सामान्य जो प्रक्रिया है, रिजल्ट आने के बाद पर्यवेक्षक आया और यहाँ विधायक दल की बैठक हुई और सभी विधायकों ने सर्वानुमति से फैसला किया कि नेता पद का चुनाव हाईकमान करे, उन पे सब सौंप दिया गया। और उसके बाद भी ऑब्जर्वर ने सभी विधायकों से 1-to-1 बात की है और सारी रिपोर्ट वहाँ हाईकमान को सौंप दिया गया है और फैसला उन्हीं को लेना है। उसके बाद अब कभी भी नाम का डिक्लेयर हो सकता है।
हर प्रक्रिया को जो गंभीर प्रक्रियाएं होती हैं, कुछ न कुछ समय तो उन सारी प्रक्रियाओं में लगता है, तो इस प्रक्रिया में भी इतनी जल्दबाजी क्या, थोड़ा टाइम तो लगता है।
And BJP President Amit Shah chaired an office bearers meeting on Thursday in Delhi. It was decided that the party will have meeting of its various wings across the country, including a two-day National Council meeting on 11th and 12th of January in New Delhi next year. A two-day scheduled caste Morcha will be attended by Amit Shah on 19th and 20th of January in Nagpur, and a scheduled tribes Morcha meeting will be held on 2nd of February and 3rd of February in Bhubaneswar, and other backward classes Morcha on 15th and 16th of February in Patna.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय पदाधिकारी और पार्टी के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष महामंत्री संगठन की पूर्व निर्धारित बैठक आज दिल्ली में आयोजित की गई। ये बैठक आने वाले समय में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के 2019 के चुनाव की तैयारी के लिए, राष्ट्रीय परिषद के जो राष्ट्रीय अधिवेशन है उसकी तिथियों और तैयारियों के लिए भी हुई थी। आने वाली 11-12 जनवरी को दिल्ली में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय परिषद का अधिवेशन होगा, जिसमें पार्टी के पदाधिकारीगण और सभी जनप्रतिनिधि सम्मिलित होंगे।
On to some other news now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has stressed the need to improve last mile delivery and focus on streamlining procedures to improve India's ease of doing business rankings. Prime Minister Modi made these remarks at a high-level meeting that he chaired to review progress of ease of doing business in New Delhi on Thursday. The Prime Minister also added, besides improving the ease of doing business rankings, it would also increase the ease of living for small businesses and the common man. Prime Minister Modi said that as an emerging and vibrant economy, it is extremely important for India. The meet was attended by senior union ministers related to economic matters, Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal, and senior officials from the centre. On to the other top story this morning. The Central Board of the Reserve Bank of India will meet today under the new governor, Shaktikanta Das, today. Now, one of the key agendas for the board meeting is likely to be the governance issue, like the role of the Central Board in the decision-making of the RBI. The meeting is likely to review the progress on some of the decisions taken in the last meet on 19th of November. Among other issues like liquidity challenges, present scenario in MSME may also figure in the meet. And soon after taking the reins of the RBI, Das said that he will try to uphold the autonomy, credibility and the integrity of the great institution and take every stakeholder, including the government, along in a consultative manner. On to some weather-related news now. Northern states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand are receiving heavy snowfall. The 270-kilometer Jammu-Srinagar National Highway was closed after Jammu and Kashmir received heavy snowfall. Hundreds of vehicles were left stranded after authorities suspended traffic movement. About 1.5 feet of snow has accumulated on both sides of the Jawahar Tunnel, which is the gateway to the Kashmir Valley. Snow clearing operation is underway. Besides snowfall, most parts of Jammu region were lashed by intermittent rains. And most parts of Himachal Pradesh continue to reel under biting cold wave conditions as the state received heavy snowfall. The temperatures in the state stayed 4 to 10 degrees below normal. According to the Met Department, Shimla has so far received 6.8 centimeters of snowfall, while Kufri in Shimla district received 7 centimeters of snowfall. And in Uttarakhand, cold wave has intensified after a fresh bout of snowfall and rain. Rains in the plains and snowfall in the hill tracts of the state have caused a fall in temperature in most places. Snowfall has been reported from Kedarnath, Hemkund, Gomukh, Badrinath, Surkanda and Nag Tibba near the hill station of Mussoorie. And the Met Department has also said that the depression in the Bay of Bengal is set to intensify into a cyclone today. The IMD added that the depression formed in the southeast Bay of Bengal seems to be moving northwestwards towards Andhra Pradesh and adjoining northern Tamil Nadu coast. The IMD added from Saturday, some places in north coastal Tamil Nadu are expected to witness light to moderate rain for 2 days, with the possibility of heavy rains at isolated places as well. The depression may make landfall near Visakhapatnam, northern Andhra Pradesh, in the morning on Monday, causing heavier rain.
Southeast Bengal intensified into a depression and it lay centered about 1330 kilometers south-southeast of Machilipatnam, and it is likely to intensify further into a deep depression during next 12 hours and into a cyclone during subsequent 24 hours. So under its influence, rain will start from 15th onwards with heavy falls at 1 or 2 places.
And news from Sri Lanka now, where the Supreme Court on Thursday unanimously ruled that the dissolution of Parliament by President Maithripala Sirisena was illegal. A 7-member apex court bench said that the president cannot dissolve Parliament till it completes its term, triggering demand for the impeachment of Sirisena as well as ex-strongman Mahinda Rajapaksa. Remember, President Sirisena had on 26th of October sacked incumbent Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and had installed former President Mahinda Rajapaksa in his place. Later, he also dissolved the 225-member parliament and called for a snap election on 5th of January. And on Wednesday, Wickremesinghe also proved his majority in parliament with 117 out of 225 lawmakers in parliament voting to pass a confidence motion in his leadership. Rajapaksa, however, has so far failed to prove his majority in Parliament. And reacting to the apex court's ruling, sacked Prime Minister Vikram Singhe said that he hopes that the president will promptly respect the judgment of the courts. Remember, as many as 13 petitions were filed in the Supreme Court against Sirisena's order sacking the Parliament almost 20 months before its term was to end. And news from France now. The suspected gunman who killed 3 people at a Christmas market in the city of Strasbourg was shot dead on Thursday in a brief gun battle with the police after being on run for 48 hours. Sheriff Chekiat, who was killed in Neudorf area of the city shortly after a big police operation was launched on Thursday, about 2 kilometers from where he launched his attack on Tuesday. And French Interior Minister Christophe Castaner visited the site of police operation and told reporters that 3 police officers came across a man they believed to be Chekiat and went on to arrest him. He, however, turned to fire on them and they shot and killed him. Remember, 3 people were killed following the shooting at the market and several more were seriously injured. All the sports news now. The second test match between India and Australia is underway at Perth, and after winning the toss, the Australian side has elected to bat first. Australian openers Marcus Harris and Aaron Finch are at the crease. The Indian side made a few changes in the squad, with Ravindra Jadeja rested on the bench and Umesh Yadav brought back to the team. And in place of Rohit Sharma, Hanuma Vihari made it to the playing 11. Remember, the Indian side is leading the 4-match series 1-0. And news from the world of hockey. India lost to the Netherlands in the quarterfinals of the Men's Hockey World Cup at Bhubaneswar, while in the other quarterfinal match, Belgium defeated Germany to secure a place in the semi-finals. India lost its quarterfinal match 1-2 to the Netherlands. Akashdeep Singh scored the opener for the hosts in the 12th minute. The Netherlands then equalized the score through a goal in the 15th minute. The game was locked at 1-1 till the 50th minute, but a goal by the Netherlands, Whedon, through a penalty corner, sealed the victory for the Dutch. And with the win, the Netherlands also entered the semi-finals, while host India was eliminated from the World Cup race. And earlier in the other quarterfinal match, Belgium defeated 2-time champions Germany 2-1 to book their berth in the semi-finals. In the semi-finals, Belgium will face England, who defeated Argentina in their quarter-final bout, while the Netherlands will take on 2-time defending champions Australia in the other semi-final on Saturday. News from the world of badminton. Ace Indian shuttler PV Sindhu registered her second win in the group stage of the World Tour Finals badminton tournament. PV Sindhu defeated world number 1 Tai Tzu Ying of Taiwan 14-21, 21-16, 21-18 in her second group game. Earlier, she had defeated Akane Yamaguchi of Japan to open her campaign. Sindhu will next face Zhang Biwen of Singapore today in her third match. And in the men's singles, 7-seeded Samir Verma defeated world number 10 Tommy Sugiarto of Indonesia 21-16, 21-7 in his second group game. He will face Cantafon of Thailand today. And that's it for me and my team in this edition of Breakfast News. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.